So you want to learn the water, earth, fire, air method. And I can tell you firsthand that I've already broken down the main foundational principles. So if you have not already seen the first video, make sure that you check it out. It'll be linked in the description below. So you can always come back to this one after you've seen the first one. Otherwise, this one will probably not make sense to you. Okay, so this is part 2 of a series that I'm doing called Water, Earth, Fire, Air. And in this one, we are going to do a water exercise. As most of you know, we are full of a majority of water. Some of them say, I believe, 72% full of water. So we're going to take a moment to acknowledge the body and the water that is within us, okay? Because we're all full of water. It doesn't matter what sign you are, whether you're an earth, air, fire, water sign. This already is living on the inside of you. So there's a few things I want you to do. So first thing is, if you can, go by your sink. You can even be in your shower when you try this later. So this is something maybe you want to watch once and then you want to play later so that you can go back to or remember it while you're in the shower. It's a very simple exercise. It's something you can do by your sink. You can turn on the water of any sink in your home and just allow the water to run. I know people will say you're wasting water. I know, cardinal sin, who cares? But do it. It's really powerful. And the final thing I want you to do is grab a water bottle if you have one and bring that with you. So those are the only main things that you're going to need for this exercise, and you'll understand why in just a moment. So sit in a very relaxed position. We're going to do the water exercise together. So this is how you're activating the water and you're working with abundance. As you know, abundance is already within you. Everything has energy. And if everything has energy, it means you can speak to everything. And so water actually spoke to me and asked me questions. And I said, wait a minute, water can speak? Of course it can speak. Someone who might be of the Christian faith might say, oh, that's demonic, speaking to things. But Jesus even spoke to the fig tree. He cursed the fig tree and the fig tree actually died. Why? Because that fig tree had energy. So yes, you can speak to the elements of earth. You can speak to water, fire, and air. And so there are different practices and ways of connecting with that spiritually. So take a moment to close your eyes, sit in a relaxed position, get cozy, as comfortable as you can. Like I said, you can pause the video for a moment if you need to. All right, once you're comfortably seated, we're going to take a deep breath in and exhale. And keep a pattern. Inhale and exhale. And now I want you to keep your eyes closed while you continue breathing in and breathing out. And as you're doing so, I want you to connect with the water within. I want you to imagine the water just filling up as you inhale and then going back down, releasing as you exhale. Again, imagine that water filling up and exhale. And that water represents the abundance inside of you. Inhale again. Exhale. Now, if you are by a sink, you can always turn on the water right now. If you are not by a sink, that's okay too. Just imagine the sound of water running. As I say this, I want you to ask water, what is the message you want to share with me in this moment? Take a moment to listen. Don't rush. Sit with the discomfort. Sit with the silence. Ask water, what do you want to reveal to me? What do I need to know? I want to be in tune with my intuition. I know you're flowing through me. Acknowledge it. Thank you for flowing through me. What do you want to share with me today? What needs to be revealed today? And then you say thank you. You say thank you. Because we're constantly rushing and we're not hearing. So just taking a moment to slow down, to breathe, to reconnect to the water that's actually within you. And then the reason I asked you to bring your water bottle with you, I can't do this exercise at the same time as I'm speaking, but you're going to take your water, you're going to pretty much sip the water, and while you're closing your eyes, you're imagining the water continuing to fill you up and fill you up and fill you up, and reminding yourself that you are whole as you are. You are whole, you are not broken, you are not someone who needs to be fixed. You are just someone who is whole within themselves, but you forgot that. So I wanted to remind you of who you are. Think about how you came into this world through the birth canal of your mother's womb. Literally, it took a woman to get here. And when you were there, you were surrounded by water. Reconnect to that. Even if you need to do this and take a bath and ask the water, what are you saying? Because maybe you're like, well, Linz, I didn't hear anything. I heard nothing this whole time. Well, that's because maybe you're so used to not connecting with yourself that you can't hear anything. You've blocked out the sound. Again, this is years of conditioning and programming, so it's not going to maybe happen for you in one sitting. If you are someone who's naturally very intuitive, you probably heard something immediately, right away, and were very shocked and surprised by it. But if you did not, don't feel bad about it. You just keep practicing the same exercise until you do hear something. And so, sit in a tub. I highly recommend that. It's even different when you're submerged underwater. Go into a pool if you're able to. Right now it's freezing over here, so I can't do that. But I can take a bath. I can tell you when I sit in the bath, there's a whole different aura, a whole different energy. So do this. Try this exercise. Try it once a week, or try it once every 2 weeks, once a month, however often you feel you need to do that. But you will notice the difference in the connection that you feel inside. And remember that your inner world always reflects your outer world. So if you are in a state of panic and scarcity, and your mentality is still the same, and you don't try this and you're like, oh, I don't think that'll work for me, well, give it a try. You just never know. All right. I hope today's video was helpful. Let me know if you will try this in the comments. Would love to hear from you. And stay tuned for part 3 of this series, of the Water, Earth, Fire, Air series. I'll see you in the next one.